Sweet.
Yay. So yeah, hey, I was like, oh, anyway, intro. Jack is the bomb. So yeah, me and Brett are so blessed to be able to have invested to spend some more proximity with Jack, to really master our ads. I'm very committed to learning this process so that I can really support my team. Like I want to have like the most vibrant, team thriving, having results. And yeah, Jack is so committed to himself and his team as well in that way. So get around who you want to be influenced by.
Yeah.
And Jack is that. So I'm so stoked that he's coming live to us here. Obviously, while we're here, we're in go mode over here. And
Hmm.
and then we've got a few tuning in and we'll catch the replay as well. Because yeah, it is time to really like understand that we can really impact so many lives through paid advertising. And it like I did this with the team the other day. Cheekily, Jade was there. I was like, "Oh, do you guys love your coffee? Like, we have a coffee like every day." And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What do you have?" They're rattling it off, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. Now I know you can actually afford your ads." Like if you just you just put your realize that it's an investment, put that into this for a period of time, then the result is going to show itself. So yeah, if you can share all your yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Rules,
Yeah. Did
Mom.
you want to jump into my story or do you want to get straight into some ads?
Does it,
Or
Jay, do you want to hear the story a little? Have we all heard the story, maybe, or just a brief story, and then just some of the mindset as well that really shifted for you when you.
yeah, yeah. So my story is pretty there's a few things, but essentially I'll be really quick. I didn't get results for 12 months and then I went all in with ads and I completely changed my life. And the thing is when you are starting out, especially well, when you are starting out and when you are, heavily in the business, there's always an option to do more, but there's always an option to have your business running for you 24/7, and that's what you do with ads. And once I realized that, once I had the mindset to go all in with ads and understand it's an investment, it's not an expense, and I can claim it on tax, but I can also get leads into my inbox every single day, it completely changed my life. And now we get to build the business at rapid speeds. And I'm talking, let's build 6A accounts in 2 months. And you can do that with ads. I've been at it. Each 6A account for me now gets quicker and quicker. So I built a 6A account within 4 or 5 months last year on the back end to get to 6A2. James has built three 6A accounts within 9 months, and then I'm building my fourth 6A account. And I started that in January, no, February when I got home from Bali. So 30 days ago, and we're already at well above 4A. And that's how you can build speed with ads. And once you go all in and you start investing money into yourself and money into your ads, amazing things happen. And once you hone in on your ideal client, which is really, really important to do, because when you market to everyone, you market to no one, you can really, really, start crushing it in your niche and start crushing it there. Um, the power of ads is truly something that people need to get serious about. I feel like around the whole enagic industry, we aren't serious about it. It's like, oh, we'll run ads for a month. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of the mindset of like, let's see how ads go. When in reality, it's I need to be committed to being an advertiser. You need to start being committed to doing social media with ads and being committed to, really, really, really taking time into learning how to actually dominate ads. Because when you do that, you can fucking blow everything up. Did you want me to share my screen, Alana, talking a bit more about my, the power of ads? Tell us a bit more about that. Did you want me to share a bit more around the mindset of ads or?
Yeah, I feel definitely like where to start is going to be crucial. Like what's a great little template that they can absolutely just go away today, set it up, start testing these ads, start having them run. That
Perfect.
yeah, for beginners, and then then the funnel process after that.
Yeah, done. So the funnel process. So what I'll do first is I'll show you the power of ads because I want everyone, especially people watching the replay, to learn what can actually happen when you start making sales and when you start investing into ads. But your mindset for ads as well. So too many people get this wrong. You have to have the mindset of I am an advertiser. Like you need to commit to that and being an identity of like I run ads and this is what I do. because if you aren't running ads, you aren't running a real profitable business, and you're just praying for, your organic content to work. Organic is great, right? I say this to all my team. Your organic side of things is your resume for your ads. So your page, how does your page look, right? Making sure that you look, like someone you want to reach out to, because when you have leads, the first thing they're going to do is check out your Instagram page, check out your Facebook page. So how does your Facebook page, Instagram page look? How is your resume? And that's what I say. It is your resume when you're running ads. And that is why it's so important. Not only when you are running ads, don't get lazy with not posting content. Be in your stories every single day. Because for me, all my leads are watching my stories. What's Jack doing today? What's he, is he offering a training at the moment? Because I'm telling you, the amount of engagement I get on my polls because I run ads now is crazy. If I put up one thing saying access to a free training, there's like 70 to 100 people that say yes, right? And my following's not that big just yet. But because I'm running ads and my ideal clients are following me, it's not only just about the leads that you're getting in your inbox. It's about actually having a long-term vision of like, if I'm consistently running ads, my not only am I worrying about the messages I'm getting from people saying start or yes, it's actually a few other things as well. You've got all your leads following you. So if they're not ready to reach out to you, they're going to sure as hell follow you. And then they're going to be watching you non-stop. So I've had plenty of leads watch me for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. If I stopped running ads, they wouldn't have reached out to me because you got to understand too, it does take time. And if you're consistently running ads from 4 to 6 months, then you're going to start having people reaching out because one thing that so many people do is they run ads for a month and then they stop. They run ads for 2 months and then they stop. They're literally building a momentum they're grabbing momentum for the first 2, 3 months. They're getting all that momentum. People are starting to follow them. People are starting to watch their content. All their ideal clients are starting to look into it. And then they just stop and they're like, oh, it doesn't work. But from month 3 to month 6 could be a fucking 30, 40, 50 grand month because everyone's like, I've actually seen him so much. I'm going to reach out to him and I'm going to get started. And this is a whole ecosystem of what happens when you start creating ads. It's not only just send messages, you've got so much happening inside your profile, and you've got ideal client galore looking at all your content, all your stories, and everything like that. And every time you run ads consistently every single day, you're getting more and more ideal clients on your profile. And that's what everyone wants. And when you start posting reels while you're running ads and start posting stories and start posting posts while you're running ads, you are going to get so much more engagement, not just from other people or your friends or other people in Magic, but actually from your ideal clients because you're drawing them to your page. And that's the power of ads too. It ain't just a send message. It ain't just that lead. You look at it long term, you look at it as a big vision. Most ads give you so much like views, give you so much content, engagement. And that is true power. And that is when you can literally have a full ecosystem while you can, it 10x's your organic content as well. And that's something that's really powerful. And some strategies I use as well is once you're a month or two into running ads, you got the mindset of like, I ain't stopping running ads. Doesn't matter if I haven't had many leads so far. Then you start posting once a week a call to action story or, having a poll because now you're getting those leads that didn't reach out to you first to then reach out to you there, right? A really good strategy I always use. I barely have been using it the last 6 months because I'll just use a massive call to action. When you've been running ads for ages and you've got heaps of leads coming through, you don't necessarily have to do this. But what I'll do now, but what I was doing every month, I'll be like, I'm looking for 10 new people this month, who are looking to build a serious business online or a sustainable income online. Put out what you offer, everything like that with your business, and then have a call to action, which is your poll. Respond yes to this poll if you want more info, right? That's what I do. That's what I was doing every single month. Now I branch it out to 6 months because we have so many leads. Every 6 months, I'll get prepared for it, put up a really nice story, and then all my leads that were thinking about reaching out to me, have a look at that story and go, I've watched Jack for a while. I'm going to respond to that poll, right? And that is how you keep getting those retargeting ads and retargeting your leads and everything like that too. So that's a really, really good tip. And especially when you're starting out, understanding it's not just leads, it's everything else that comes with it. And be prepared. Like for me, I only have 8,000 followers, right? And it's growing. I think when I started putting a bigger budget in, but posting more content. It went from 3 to 8K since the start of the year. However, my reach on my professional dashboard is 1.6 million, right? The professional dashboard is 1.6 million. So when you're running ads, your reach, everyone, you need to look at the reach. It doesn't matter about your following. How much reach do you get? I have someone that I know has 35,000 followers who doesn't run ads, and their reach is 150,000 people. And he's like, fuck, look at this. Look how good's that. I'm like, bro, I'm only 8K followers. I got 1.6 million reach every single month. That's the power of ads too. The amount of reach that you get compared to organic is huge. Okay. Now, I'm going to share my screen. I'll just have to send a request to you, Alana. Perfect. All right, ads. Let's get this presentation up. I'm just going to turn my aircon on because it's getting hot and goldy. So, all right, let's do this. So, power of ads. Let's talk numbers. So, if you really want to dominate, $10, you need to push yourself to try and run $20 a day. How can you do that for your business? How can you try and find $20 a day to get started? That might feel like a stretch. However, let's just talk numbers for a second. Let's say you become a savage and you learn how to run ads at a point where you get $5 leads, right? So $5 leads, you want to aim between $3 and $6 for leads, right? Let's see. So I'm going to do an example of how like per quad sale at a 4A, right? This is at a 4A. So a very doable rank for everyone. But let's just see the power of ads, all right? So you run $20 a day. This equals 28 leads a week, 112 leads a month. Who here? So we're out of Jade and Lana. Do you think you could close one quad sale out of 112 people reaching out to you? Would you be confident to do that? Your hand should be up because that's a fucking lot of leads. And if you can get one sale, that's only 1%, less than 1%, right? So these numbers that I'm sharing is very, very, very realistic. So say you run $20 a day for 30 days. That's $600 ad spend, right? That means you're going to make, so if you make one quad sale, when you make one quad sale, it's 4,740. That equals $4,100 profit, right? So now you're making 4,000 profit. That is incredible. Like that's because we have such a high ticket business. You can get so much profit from ads, right? Now here's where people fuck up. They either for some reason turn off their ads or they don't increase their spend, right? And they put money elsewhere. Oh, 4 grand, let's take it to an Airbnb and go on a holiday or book flight somewhere. This is not the time to book flights. Wait until you have consistent 5-figure months minimum before you start doing that. Because I'm telling you, once you build this first, then you can go travel. Then you can go do the fun shit. But if your business and you're going, oh, I need 4 grand, let's book a holiday or let's spend it on something else. This is where we need to make sure the power of investing and doubling down because it's going to increase your income and increase the amount of, how large your organization gets. So let's say you do that the first month. Woo, we got 4,000 profit. Now, we're going to up it to $40 a day. So this means it's 56 leads a week, 200 leads a month. Who's confident? 200 plus. That's like 220. Who's confident you get 2 or more quad sales out of that? Surely you get 2 or quad, right? This means you're spending 1,200 bucks on ads a month, claimed on tax, which means that you've made 9.5 grand in your business, $8,000 profit, right? $8,000, and this is a 4A, right? Imagine all 8 points, all 8 points when you get there, right? Even if you're starting out and you're earning and you invest in the quad and you're earning 3 points or 2 points, you're a 2A, you're still going to be profited by thousands, not just a couple of hundred, thousands, even when you're just starting, right? This is only a 4A example. So you're just shy of 10K a month after doing 2 months of ads, right? And this is considering, you're getting $5 leads, which is doable. Now you reinvest again because you're really smart. You don't want to go spend all that money. You understand that you want to build your business and you want to be able to grow, right? So you move to $80 a day. This is where people are like, oh, that's 80 bucks. Like, bro, hang on a second. You just made 8 grand a month. You should put more. Well, yet you should put more money into your ads to keep growing. Now, this is like a sweet spot for a lot of people. I understand a lot of people in a Magic, are happy with earning 10, 20K a month and then they just want to go travel, right? This is a sweet spot, right? This is like I can handle 112 leads a week, 400 leads a month. Awesome. That's my sweet spot. This is where you can start making consistent five-figure months. This is where you can start consistently really, enjoying life and, starting to do traveling and stuff like that. Because, if you're earning $16,000 profit, you can start doing some fun shit. But this is where you need to get to before you go do that lifestyle. Don't live the lifestyle that you are trying, create the income first and then go live that lifestyle. And all you have to do is really start creating some simple ads. So $80 a day, 112 leads a week, you get over 400 leads a month, which means quad sales, right? In fact, it's over 440 leads that you get. Don't forget the amount of people that would be seeing your content, looking at your stories, checking out your posts, like all of that as well, right? So now you spent 2,400 on ads. Now you've made $16,000 profit. Now this is only a 4A. By then you probably would have ranked up to 5A, right? This is only still at a 4A. I'm not talking about all 8 points or any of that. This is only at a 4A. And this is only direct. Imagine if you got your team to do this exact same formula and you started getting indirect commission too. I'm only talking direct, right? This $16,000 profit, if you had 5, 10 other people doing the exact same thing, you probably have a 30, 40 grand month, right? Now, when some people want to just stay here, perfect. For people who want to go bigger and better and huge and want to take over and, go 5, 6 figure months, and go big, then this is where you want to start really pushing it, right? So I'm going to show an example of when you go from 80 and then you triple your budget to 240 a day. Yes, it's big numbers, but however, get to 16 grand profit a month and then $240 a day will not look big. It'll be like, oh, I can afford that. So 240 a day looks, right? And this is exactly how I got 31 directs in 60 days. 31 trifectas and quads in 60 days. So $240 a day equals 336 leads a week. That equals 1,300 leads a month, which means 12 or more quad sales. $7,000 in ad spend, 7,200, which I think is absolutely ridiculous with the profit that you can get. $49,680 profit. This is at a 4A. If you earn all 8 points, that's 100K month, almost direct. Okay? Same thing, right? If you're earning 6A commissions, it's going to be a 70, 80 grand month direct. This is exactly what I did and what I do to have massive months. And I went all in and I still spend 3K a week because I'm aiming for 6 figures or more per month direct. And this is what happens with the power of duplication with our business. If you teach every single person in your team to do the exact same formula and you're the role model, you're doing it too, guess what happens? Duplication galore. And then you start making crazy amounts of money because you're teaching everyone a simple system to follow when they first start. And when you have people first starting out and they have the mindset of like, I will find a way to get $20 a day because I know that I can make fucking great profit, and you teach them this, then watch out because your team's going to explode. Now, what happens if you don't get a sale in your first month? You go again the next month. This is your learning phase. I always say to everyone, regardless of the results, run ads for 6 months straight. Minimum. Your greatest lead conversation training is by talking to your first 1,000 leads. It's not any sales book. It's not any seminar. Get in the trenches, talk to your first 1,000 leads, and watch how fucking good you get at lead conversation training, lead convos. Because I'm telling you, when you start getting consistent leads, most people's problems in their business is they don't have enough conversations. Conversations in a Nagic is currency. The more conversations we have, the more presentations we send, the more money we make. Don't stop, continue every day, and then start to measure once you get your first direct sale from there. Okay? Compliance. This is a big one. What to look out for when you first run your ads. So when you are starting to run ads, you don't want to get banned. You don't want to get disabled. You don't want any fucking ad account shut down because that's the greatest way to lose momentum in ads. So it is so sad to see how many ad distributors fuck this up. They start posting income, they start posting their checks, they start doing anything like that, and then boom, ads don't work, they get shut down. And it is so hard to get that back. So, what you want to look out for when running ads, and this is what you really, really should hone in on. Super important. This is probably the most important thing you could learn with running ads. The most important, and it's compliance. Because if you can't run ads due to compliance reasons, you won't be able to make any money. And if you build a bad relationship with Facebook, Instagram, well, then you have to really focus just heavily on organic, and that's great. However, you can speed up your business if you're just compliant. So, one thing you need to look out for when creating ads, avoid any promises or guarantees of income. Right? So don't try and guarantee income. Don't try and guarantee 10K in 90 days. None of that. Use stuff like this. Potential to earn. Learn how to build an online business rather than make 10K a month. Right? Those types of words. Authentic testimonials. So when you are running testimonial ads, I love some testimonial ads that I do, but I keep it authentic. So I have people who have had massive wins, people who have only made $1,000 a month. Like keep it authentic and real. Don't just have all people who are dominating because Facebook look for one thing, and it's for your ad to be realistic. And if it's not realistic and they don't see it as realistic, they're going to shut it down. Okay? Transparency. Clearly state the results that like make sure that you're showing and you're not just saying it comes easy. Oh, sorry. When you say stuff in your ads like, oh, it's easy to make 10K a month or easy, 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 it's all a lie because it's not easy at the start. It can be once you build legacy, of course. However, to get there, you got to put in the work and fucking Facebook and Instagram just see through the bullshit. Right? So be transparent. No get rich quick claims. So avoid phrases like easy money, get rich fast, financial freedom overnight. None of that. Even financial freedom the next 90 days, financial freedom the next 6 months. Do not guarantee that or say anything like that because you will get banned. And I want to say things like people are like, oh, they're so strict. No, they're just strict because they have so many different online businesses out there. And unfortunately, there is scammers. There is people who try and scam people on crypto. There are people who send bullshit courses. So making sure that we understand that it's actually a great thing that they have compliance because it keeps us in the game. Okay? Focus on the value. Focus on education. Focus on the community. Focus on traveling. Find it. Focus on like the skills you build, not just the financial outcome. No misleading statements, right? So exaggerated benefits or making false claims. Disclaimers. You can add disclaimers in. You don't need to, but the way you present your ads, there just can't be any guarantee. All right, you can't guarantee results because it's unrealistic. Imagery compliance. So avoid using like luxury cars, stacks of cash, private jets in ads. Like you don't need any of that shit. Because when you do that type of like, if you try and hire a car or like, I know we don't do it in the magic industry. I'm just like, I like saying this so people don't do this. Stacks of cash and all that. They're going to ban it. They don't like that idea. They want you to be as realistic, showing your lifestyle, showing your traveling, showing your true self, right? And it all comes down to this one word, authenticity, right? Be authentically you. And you know what happens when you actually follow compliance and you be authentically you? You completely have no competition because people reach out to you, not anyone else. So if you're authentically you and you're not trying to be pretend someone else on ads as well, it's game over too. All right, so focus on community mentorship, as I said before. Now, a few words and phrases to avoid. So get rich quick, easy money, fast cash, no effort required, guaranteed income, quick results, instant money, passive income, unrealistic lifestyle terms like Lamborghini lifestyle, private jet life. None of this, right? You don't want any of these words in your ads. Another few. So be your own boss without context. You can say be with your own boss, but you can't have misleading explanations. So let me try and give you an example. So be your own boss today or be your own boss in the next month. Won't allow it. But you could say, are you looking to create an online business that can allow you to become your own boss? Sweet, right? Not be your own boss right now, anything like that. So make 10K a month without working, automated income, zero risk. A lot of people say this in their ads, zero risk. Know that it's you are taking an investment. They're going to think that. So if you say something like make money on or like build a business today, zero risk, right? Or no skills required, you're saying that this is how Meta read it. This is how Facebook read it. Okay, you're telling me that if I click on your ad, I can start my online business without any risk and no skills required. That's a lie. You do need to build skills. There is a little bit of an investment involved, so they're not going to like that. Financial freedom, you can say financial freedom, not financial freedom now. Don't guarantee it right now. Like they can click on whenever you say, oh, get financial freedom today. Meta see it like this. I'm going to click on your ad, and that means I'm going to get financial freedom today. That's how they see it, right? And that's not true. Work from anywhere and do nothing. You can say work from anywhere. You can't say do nothing or like work from anywhere without any experience, with no prior experience. That's you just can't say it, right? They'll ban you for that. Well, they'll disapprove it. So instead, you want to use more transparent, value-driven phrases. So build a sustainable online business, learn how to grow your income online, develop skills for financial growth, join a community focused on personal development, take control of your financial future, discover the strategies for building a long-term business, work with a dedicated. You can say stuff like this. It's just getting your mindset to think of it. Work with a dedicated team and mentorship, focus on learning and growth, gain financial independence through effort and education, right? So these are just some value-driven phrases. Um, that's it for now. Did you want me to answer any questions that you have, Alana? Anything
Yeah,
like that?
a couple of questions, and possibly this will other people will too around this. But for me, so after they get into your inbox, you're on Messenger,
Yeah.
and then you're sharing. What's the next process? Is that where do you find you get your sales? Like it's on the call after they've watched a masterclass, after you've asked them some questions, or do
Mm,
you go straight to a call and then yeah, how
yeah.
do
So my lead conversation, do I have it on me? I don't think I do. Mm, give me 1 second.
and are you running the masterclass like obviously you filmed it yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Present.
shared about ads on there as well, like setting them up. No, you don't share about ads, just an ad.
Yeah, so I don't have my lead convos on here. That's fine, but I'll give you a brief rundown of what I do. So they send me a message. So Maddie's at the live event, Maddie shared a really inspiring lead conversation. That's exactly what I basically do, right? So they send me a message saying start or yes, and then I reach out to them and say awesome. Great work on taking action. Now, just letting you know that I just say myself, we get hundreds of applications per month, and we're looking to have action takers who are serious about starting an online business. Let me know, is this you? Yes or no, right? I get a double confirmation. Reason being is because one, I don't have time to fucking talk to, 100 people. I want to find the serious action takers. And two, everyone can say this because when you start running ads, you will get hundreds of applications a month. So you just say that. Now this puts you into automatically the professional stance of like, all right, if I say yes to Jack, that means I'm going to obviously, be someone who's an action taker, be someone who's really serious, right? They say yes. If they say no or they don't respond, great. I don't want anyone who isn't an action taker anyway, because they're not going to build a business. They're not going to watch a presentation. Now they say yes. Perfect. So I just say perfect, amazing, or I appreciate you. Now, the next step is answering a few questions just to see if this opportunity is a great fit for you. And then we can look at sending you our exclusive 60-minute masterclass presentation, something like that, right? Would you be open to answering a few questions? And they go, yes, of course. I'm asking for permission, right? Because then they're knowing that they're going to expect questions, right? So I ask that, and they go, yep, I'm happy to answer questions. Awesome. Here are the questions below, and I send three questions. So one's going to be, around work, so qualifying for work, like what are you currently doing for a living at the moment? How long you been working for? Number two is like getting into their why. Why are you looking to build an income online? Some major goals that you'd like to achieve. And then the third one, major goals, why? Let me get this up for you. Should be able to get it. Yeah, cool. So, okay, perfect, bro. I appreciate you. Then I can look at sending you an exclusive 60-minute step-by-step masterclass, right? Number one, I actually asked 4 questions on Instagram because people can be a little bit younger on Instagram for my type of ads. Not many people will have to deal with that. But yeah, number one, could you share with me why you're looking to build a profitable online business? Number two, what are you doing for work? Is it full time? How long have you been working there for? Three, what are some major goals you'd like to achieve in the next 12 months if you to build a profitable online business? And then four is what is your age? Right? And I also say a little message underneath what please make sure to go right into detail as well so I can know you're serious about this and I can learn as much as possible from you. What I'll do, where is my comment section? Just put that in here. All right, just put in the comments for you guys. And then once they answer their questions, right? They're giving me now. Again, you're like, well, that's a lot of questions. No, well, I've asked for permit. So this is how I've structured it, right? First of all, you only reach out and you say yes if you're serious and an action taker. Tick. The second one, I've asked for permission for them to answer questions. All right. So they're already going to be like that. You're not just going to send that message out straight away and say, okay, hey, mate, great work on reaching out. Please answer the questions below. I'll get back to you. No, I've stated it. They're in the mindset of like, I am going to apply to Jack. He's got hundreds of applications. He's very busy. So I am going to make sure I get back. And trust me, the amount of messages I get from that is ridiculous. Like, I'm with the females as well. I'm like scrolling to read their answers, right? And then I simply relate back to everything because it's really important to show that you care. So many people will just like say, okay, great, the next steps. No, relate back. Spend 30 seconds, well, spend time reading the whole thing for starters because they've spent a lot of time doing that. Relate back to them, understand where they're coming from, show them that you care about them. People want to know that they're being cared. And then you go into your next step. So you go, okay, great. So the next steps through the application, I think you might be a great fit. You're not going to say, wow, incredible. You're such a great fit for this because you're already lost power in the conversation, right? When you relate to them and then you go, great. So from what I can see, you're potentially a great fit for this opportunity. What I do have next for you is our presentation, da 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 da. This goes into our community, how you can make money online with us, and then how you can get started. Let me know, could you watch this by today? Right? I'm not saying when can you watch this by or if there's two ways I do this. So could you watch this by today? Or if I was to send this to you right now, could you watch this by today? Again, they're action takers. Remember from the first message, they're saying they're action takers, so they can watch 45 to 60 minutes of a presentation today. And they go, yep, I can watch it today. Great. Here is the Great, right? Here is a presentation that you're committed to watching to by today. I don't know if you have they book a call, Alana, or like what happens? What's your system like?
My system is not very much of a system at the moment, so I've just been.
Okay.
I think I've been resisting getting on the calls, but I know that I sell them really well in person and on conversation.
Oh, you're in person, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm just starting on the ads too.
Yeah,
What
cool.
I'm thinking, yeah, so I just wondering because we're thinking about recording a masterclass while we're out here, just like what you dial in on the masterclass, and then from there getting them to book straight into a call. I'm ready to do it. Like it's just that I've
Yeah,
been resisting it, right? So it's just my own shit, really. And
yeah,
I'll
okay.
also have a link now that my whole team can book with calls with me. So I have done calls and I've sold on every call since actually starting this, doing the call
Oh,
thing.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what I've done is like whatever you do on the call, create a video of it. Like just create a video of like how you sell someone on a call. That's what I've done. Like if I've pictured myself how I this is how I created my presentation. So one, I wanted to see that I've got community and magic, the product, and then offering at the end. I visioned how I would sell this to my ideal client, and I created that as a video and then boom, that's all I've done, right? So how would you sell this to someone in your face and you just put all that on video and then you offer a call to action at the end, with a book a call with me or send us a message. So a call to action would just be like, if this feels call, oh well, yeah. So um, at the end of the video, you just ask them to either send a message back to you once you're finished or book a call, right? and both. And then you can literally have a Calendly where it's like, you can say, here's the presentation. Make sure to send me a message once you've finished, and then we can book in our call. That's what I would say. They watch the presentation and they go, yep, I'm keen, book a call, and then you send the Calendly. Now, one thing I do on Calendly calls is I have a pre-qualifying question. So on a Calendly, you can ask questions. So for me, the first one's like, awesome stuff on booking in your call. Great to work closely with you. What did you like best about the training video and why? All right, now they're going to answer that. Then the next one is, how committed are you to getting started with a magic? And then you have like selection, 100%, 80%, 50%, right? And give them the options because you want to see where their energy's at before jumping on the call, right? You need to know how hard you're going to work for the call. And then the third one is like, if you have finances options or something like that, if you're looking to have finance, are you can just have a pre-qualify there for finance if you want to do that. However, you can do that on the call. And then that's it. I'd ask those questions, and then I literally have that next to me. So now I know, okay, great. They love this part about it. They're committed. They're 100% committed, 80% committed, 50% committed. Now I know where to go with the call. And then you go from there. Okay. And then that's how you start making bank using ads. Sweet.
Awesome. Does
Some
anyone
other
else have any
questions?
questions?
I have a question.
Yep,
So, when you first started running ads, did you get a lot of people that ghosted you after sending the webinar?
of course. It's
Yeah.
all part of the game.
How long was that period? Because I feel like since
But it's not
starting,
it's not you either, is it?
yeah, so this is it, right? So I have an ad running. The
Mm,
metrics are amazing. Click-through rate is like 0.0023. The landing page is being clicked, but as soon as they click to watch the webinar, they drop off.
mm.
But when it comes to the Freedom
Wait, are
Arrow,
they just watching your webinar straight away?
no, it's the Freedom Arrow webinar. So the ad is a video
Yep.
on Instagram, has a link to learn more. That link
Hmm.
goes to like a pre-qualifying thing, right? It says, if this is for you, if this is this, it's not for a person who's like this. Click the link to watch the free training. They click on that
Yep.
link. But as soon as it goes to the Freedom Arrow page,
Mm.
they just drop off.
Yeah, and that's normal.
That's normal.
That's normal. Yeah, I don't even run ads like that. I build a
I,
relationship
I
with them
said
first.
I said she should test it where it goes to her inbox and start asking the questions herself.
There is no way you should be running conversion. How much? All right, let's start. I'm just gonna ask you some questions so I can get a really good idea of like where
Yeah.
you should be at.
Yeah.
So, how much are you running a day on ads?
I have a set budget of like
Hmm.
$70 and $2 come out like every
How
day.
much? Sorry.
$2 is being charged for
So
like coming in, like clicking, if that makes sense.
you're running $2 a day. $2
No,
a day.
I haven't set like a set. I've just put $80 for like a slight, like a span, and however much, it just takes out. But
Yeah.
it's,
So
yeah,
I'll butt in here because I know exactly what's going on.
yeah. Okay.
So I'm looking into conversion ads right now and I run 500 a day.
Yeah.
Why? Because when you're running a low budget, this is where most people fuck up. They're like, oh, I'll get a conversion ad and people will click on it and they'll watch it. So little people click on it when you're running a low budget, right? You want to make the most of their clicks. So when they click, it sends a message to you on a low budget. When you're running, you don't need to run any conversion ads until you have about 400 leads a day. And then you can worry about that. Your main problem right now is that you're thinking, oh, fuck, no one's watching it. When in reality, if you're only spending between $2 and $10 a day, no one is like your click through rate might be really good. However, that's like not many people clicking your ad. And for me, you need to be running fucking $300 or $400 a day for a conversion ad to really get results. Right? $100 a day would get some results. But
Yeah.
when you're not there yet, you need to make the most of being in your inbox, qualifying your leads yourself, building a personal relationship with them, and then sending them the presentation. Because watch how quickly your business will change when you do that. You're not at a level yet where you should just think that people should just fucking work with you and watch a video without even talking to you. That's just rude. You
Yeah.
need like do you give me permission to be
Oh,
give you some
100%.
yeah? Yeah. So
This is
you're
cool.
not there yet. You're not someone who's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put 1,000 a day on ads and then I'm just gonna make people watch this video and then they're going to buy with me because they love me. That's not the case. So you want to make sure that you're in the inbox, you're building that solid relation with them, you're getting friendly with them, you're understanding them, and then you're setting the presentation because watch how many more people will watch your presentation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's good. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to run a send message ad than it is for a conversion ad. All
Yeah.
right. And then you don't get caught up in all the fucking data. Whoa. Because at the end of the day, if you're not getting sales, you're not making money. So start getting send message ads up and running ASAP.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Awesome.
$5 to $10 a day at least, minimum
Yeah.
20
5
even.
pounds.
Just
Yeah.
do an extra massage a week.
Yeah.
No shit, Alana. Do it. And you know what Brody said to me when I started making fucking, I hit 4A.
I'm ready.
Hold up. So,
Yeah. And when this is what happens, right? When you think when you hit 4A, don't quit your job, pick up an extra shift. That's what I got taught, right? Don't quit your job ever so early. Make sure that, yeah, you do an extra massage week. I worked Saturdays overtime that got me $300 I could put into ads every single week. And now I never have to work overtime again for the rest of my life. That's what you should be looking at.
Add on an
You
extra
got-
8 hours to 80 hours a week. Oh,
you got it. You got it.
yeah.
But once you get your
$80 a week.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? $80 a week?
80 hours a week I work.
80 hours a week. All right. Are you working 80 hours a week right now?
Oh, fortnight, sorry, not a week.
80 hours a fortnight. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're working 80 hours a fortnight, there's no way that you should find a way to do $20 a day
Yeah.
on ads. Okay. Like you gotta. If you're serious about this business and you want results like now, then yeah, get serious and get $20 a day on.
Yeah.
And get brainstorming on how to find a way to do that. You know, if you say that, oh, that's a stretch right now, first of all, if it's a stretch, that's great because you don't want to be fucking comfortable. You want to be stretching yourself with ads. And then, second of all, get creative. If I have to work an extra massage or I have to do an extra shift a week, what is that going to create me in the long term? 12 months from now, you'll never have to work an extra shift again if you do it. Okay.
Good stuff.
What was your name, by the way? I'm talking all this advice and I don't even know your name.
Samantha, hello.
Manta. Okay, cool. Awesome. Now I know the name. It's great.
Jade, do you have any questions on camera there? Probably do.
No, I just got to do the 6 months. I only just started. So I just got to hang in there. Oh, like at the moment, I'm getting nothing. And it's like, it's a bit frustrating. But
Mhm.
as I've heard from all of you, that, and I know everything takes time.
I think it's
Yeah.
4 days or 5 days, and the
Mm.
budget's only $5, and you can probably up it. And if it's not
Yeah.
getting any leads in the next week, then you just change the ad again, do something different, do a different
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first ad that I ever did was in the 90 days last year, and that got me more. And that was me talking. This one is just a reel.
So why did
Do
you
you
stop
still have
that?
that ad?
Yeah.
Do you still have that other ad at the moment?
No, no.
Okay. So let's run through this. I want to ask you some questions now. Do you give me permission, Jade?
Sure.
All right. So what's your ad spend at the moment?
$5 a day.
$5 a day. Right. So expect one lead a
Yeah.
day. So your ads are working. It could be working. Have you had any leads yet?
No.
How many days you been running ads?
But I think it's been only 3, Alana. I think
3 days?
yeah, I think it's only been like 3 days. Or maybe no, since is it
Don't tell me
Monday?
your ads aren't working if you've only spent $15. All right. So
That's a mindset piece, remember? You got to watch your words. They're just getting started.
So with that too, $15, right? So so here's a collapse in time. So if you spend $20 a day, you've literally saved yourself 4 days of waiting. Right? This is how ad spend works. So your ad spend, the more you increase, the more you find out quick enough. Right? So for you, if you have an ad that's running at $5 a day, you have to wait 7 days minimum just to see if you're going to get leads from it, right? Because it's in a learning phase.
Mm.
If you spend $20 a day, you will only have to wait a whole day because then you'll know, okay, if I've spent $20 and there's no leads, then yeah, it's not a good ad. For you though, let's workshop this. For you, what's it take to get $20 a day? What's it take to get you to a point where you're gonna be able to put ads in $20 a day?
I can do it now.
Is it scarcity or why is it running at $5?
Just because Alana came over the other day and said to all of us the coffee
Yeah.
thing. So we
Yeah.
chucked
Cool.
in.
So
Yeah.
what I would love for you to do is first create another 3 ads, right? Another 3 ads in the bank, run it $20 a day for the next week. Don't stop, and then watch you start to get leads. You will start to get leads, right?
Yep.
$5 a day isn't enough to know.
Yep.
Okay. It is not enough. So making sure that you increase that because now you're going to find out each day you run a whole ad for $20, no leads. Okay, let's try the next ad. $20, let's try the next one. $5 a camp, $5 a lead, perfect. Now I've got 4 to 5 leads a day. I can sit there and work with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what you want to do.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
I have a
All
question,
right.
Jack.
Yes, Samantha.
Oh, I can turn this into a positive, right? Do a retargeting ad. Would that work? And have a send message instead?
Yes, but your audience is nowhere near big enough for a retargeting ad.
Expand.
Because how long you been running it for?
Oh, it was before we left to come here. So not long at all. Not long at all.
So yeah, so we're saying you start fresh.
Yeah, start fresh.
Well, Samantha, you need to stop worrying about the fancy dancy and just start running an ad to an open audience with 18 to 30 female or something like that. Like, what's your ideal client?
My ideal client's probably 25 to 45.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
Still pretty
So
busy.
let's run. You should get up an ad tonight, a send message ad, the same one you're probably using right now.
Yep.
Run it to females, 25 to 45. Do you live in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. To Australia, 25 to 45 females, only females. Run that for a send message ad at $20 a day. Trust me, you'll start having inboxes. And then run a lead convo that you feel aligned with, and then send the presentations there.
Yeah.
Right? Don't worry about retargeting until you've spent at least, I'd say, 3 to 5 grand in ads.
Okay.
Because
No.
your audience, you're just retargeting about what, 100 people. Nothing, right? A retargeting ad is perfect for when you have a massive audience. If you've reached 100,000 people, then you can start to retarget to people who have watched your video for 30 seconds or longer or something like that, right? For now, you just got to get in the game and start talking to leads.
Okay. We're walking and talking.
Gotta move. Battery.
Sweet. Awesome.
All good.
Yeah, that's good.
Tough love today, but hopefully everyone in the replay gets the same energy because I'm telling you, if you get serious with this, you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will love tough love. Like the
Yeah.
truth is the matter is the truth, right? It's like got to dedicate time, and then once you've got those leads coming in, you need to make time to respond to those leads. That's really important to know that. Yeah, if you want to dedicate, how much time do you dedicate to responding to your leads? Do you just do 2 hours in the morning or something like that, or
I don't have the time.
no?
I just respond. I get to it all day. Not what I'm doing fun shit while I'm doing it, right? Like today I was mixing ads and all that, help go on training and all that. But I'm not dedicating a time. I'm getting back to you because I know that I can rest when I'm legacy. I can chill. Maybe I'll turn ads off like Brody did. He did 7 years straight of talking to leads. Got to dash three with a huge volume of team. Now he can turn them off and fucking never turn an ad on again. That's what I'm worried about. I'll get to legacy first. For me, I don't set, I'm going to talk to him in the morning for 2 hours because a lot of people want to talk at night because they're usually working. So I usually just get back to him when I have my phone around me, and do everything there and just get back to him when I can. I never set a time for it.
Just dedication to the mission. And it's
Right.
how high is the dopamine hit when you're making thousands of dollars per sale? Really, let's be honest.
Yeah. Bitch to me when you make an 80K a month. I doubt you will.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm so glad I talked to all those leads. I'm so glad I did that. Right? And if you want to dedicate time to only talking to leads, then make sure you dedicate your time between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. when leads are most active. Don't message them in the morning and expect them to message you back when they're busy in the morning trying to get ready for work and stuff like that. You got to remember that most people still work. The people you're attracting, you want them working so that they can get finance or they can pay for the machines. So if you want to set a time when you want to enjoy yourself throughout the day and you don't have to worry about that, 5 to 7, but I'd push it 5 to 8. Like talk to leads around that time. Okay. Bank them up, talk to them then. When they're active, when they can talk to you.
Yeah, I do this now so I can be free for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
You believe it. Epic. Thanks so much, Jack. Anyone else got any questions? No, good. We got you anyway. Yeah, and I know that was super powerful, and anyone that watches this is gonna absolutely crush it. And if they do need extra support, you've got courses on setting up ads and things that they can have access to.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, and I honestly, because I feel like I was challenged by the thought of learning ads for so long, and now that I'm doing it, I'm like, I just wish I, you know, went into the resistance earlier so that I could fasten the shorten the journey quicker, make it quicker.
yeah.
It's not as overwhelming as it seems. It's just something new, and once you start doing it in repetition, it becomes your second nature, and it's a one that you can learn and pays you so much more than any other skill set. So
Best skill set to learn in our business. The
yeah,
best.
yeah,
Honestly, it is the best. And once you get the confidence of like, oh, I can just throw up an ad and just run it, like you're unstoppable, really.
awesome, cool. And do you have any last like one nugget bomb that you love sharing with anyone you speak to? What's your go-to?
One is invest in your ads. And I just say it over and over and over again.
I love that. Okay,
Because
good.
I'm just telling you, like speaking from experience, having a shit start and then dominating and fucking building a life that I truly am designed to build, and being able to do the trips, give back to my partner and all that. If I didn't start and just held in and committed to this, like my business would look a lot different. So just start now and don't get scared when you start spending money on this because it will come back. It might not look it at the start, but I'm telling you, it will come back. And the best thing about a Magic is every person that you bring in isn't just a transaction. It's an organization that you're bringing in. And that can be the power of everything. I bring in someone through my ad who hit 682 in 9 months. What do you think that done for my duplication of my income? That one person has paid for my whole ad spend for the last 3 years, right? Crazy, right? That's a return on investment. One person. Imagine if you do that again and again and again, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
powerful. So powerful. So worth it.
No-brainer.
All
That's it.
right. Thanks,
Thank
Liv.
you.
Thanks for joining us here in Bali.
Thank you
No
so
worries.
much.
See you all. Love you all. Keep crushing it.
See
See
you.
ya.